Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Rachel and this is Logesh, and you are now kicking it with the Kumaars.
Yeah, so I'll be really honest with you guys. I have already watched this video several years ago, but for some reason the video started popping up in my YouTube feed again, and I thought, hey, Rachel has never watched this video before, so it'd be perfect to share with her and get an American reaction and perspective towards it. So I'm super excited to share with her. Let's just jump and watch it right now.
Do you remember, okay, literally my first trip to Malaysia, I saw everyone wearing their jacket like that, and I just kept asking Logesh, why? Why do they wear their jacket like this?
I have no clue. My father, he rides a motorcycle, he wears the jacket the exact same way. According to him, it blocks the wind and everything. Sure, I don't know. Apparently that worked. That's why everyone wears the jacket that way.
Did you grow up thinking this was weird, or was it just normal?
No, it was normal because my dad just told me that, hey, this is the way we do it and this is how it helps me in riding a motorcycle, and it's great. And I think it's also probably because if you wore a full jacket covered in Malaysia, it's so hot.
Okay, you've never told me that part.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense to me because it just looks ridiculous and it just seems very counterintuitive.
Yeah, so you wear the jacket halfway, but you're blocking the wind from the front.
Okay, that makes more sense. Here in America, if you wear your jacket like that, I think people will just stop and laugh at you.
Yep, definitely.
Hiya.
Hello? Yeah. Hold on. Hands free. Yeah, hands free.
Hands
Dead.
free.
Okay, another thing too. I saw this in Malaysia, which I've never seen here ever, not even bicyclists. No one does this. And I saw this all the time in Malaysia, and I would comment, how do they hear? How can they hear this conversation? The wind is blowing. This is so funny.
I apologize for my country. This is what they just do. I've seen many people do it. I have seen my father do it as well. So this is what they do and it happens. I understand like putting it on there, but like I don't understand how they can actually still have
That's what I'm saying. How do they hear it?
Still have a conversation while riding the motorcycle. That's insane. But it's pretty cool. Look at that. Look at that.
Nothing is cool about that.
I think that's cool.
Okay.
Talk louder, can't hear you, hands free.
I was wondering what he was doing initially with that. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, the initial part he was like holding the parking spot so that his friend or whoever could come in. And then the second one is just, you know, saying hi. It's so funny. I do this.
So whenever we go back to Malaysia and we stay at his sister's house, they're in a gated community. And every time we go through the guard gate, that's exactly what you do.
Yeah, you know, just it's more of like an acknowledgement, you know, more of like, hey, what's up, you know, like I acknowledge you, I see you. It's less of like, hi, how you doing? But more of like, what's up? It's a culture, I guess.
That makes sense. The thing that I feel is not as realistic maybe is he does that for like crossing traffic, and I feel like cars in Malaysia versus America don't care as much about pedestrians. Here in America, if you're just near the curb, the car is going to stop and is not going to come anywhere near you.
Yeah, this is true.
You don't even need to put your hand up.
Yep. But if you learn to drive and walk in the streets of Malaysia, you can live anywhere in the world. I can guarantee you that.
Very, very true.
Boss? Boss. Auntie? Uncle! Hi. My goodness, you're so handsome now. Auntie? Uncle? Boss? Boss?
This is so true.
100% true. I still remember you trying to call my dad uncle after you met him.
I know. And it's so funny, when I moved to the United States first, I actually tried this. Just normally, right? Like subconsciously. It's not like I intentionally doing it. And people thought I was like super weird. But I think in Malaysia, this stems really from humility. When you address everyone like boss, uncle, you know, there's the sense of respect. And even it could be like an actual elderly uncle to like the mama guy who's making a roti canai, you know, we call him boss. It's a humility. You're sort of like putting yourself below them and you're addressing them in a respectful manner.
It's funny, even here in America though, you never call even your own uncle just uncle.
Yeah.
You always say their name, like
Yep.
Uncle Kip. So it's weird here, but there it makes sense. Even I know Malaysia, you say ka for older sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I saw you do that in the map before too. It's like ka. I'm like, how do you know her name? And you're like, no, it means sister.
Yeah, it means Aka, sister.
Yeah, I think that's such a respectful way to approach people as
Yeah.
humans versus just like serve staff.
Yeah, or just there by their name, right? Which is very common here.
Yeah, I find that a little strange here. Like, especially, you know, you go someplace and the server has a name tag on, and some people will actually refer to the server by their name. That to me feels a little strange too.
Yeah, and one thing we have done, especially with Zayden, is that, you know, when our friends come by, anyone was like, oh, this is uncle this, and this is auntie this, so that he can sort of like start building that within him. We want to share that specific culture with him. So, yes, this happens only in Malaysia, but I think it's super cool. I love it.
Yeah, I like it too.
He's cutting in front.
I see you. Dude, in the yellow. Mine's behind here. I can see you. Hi. Whoa. Alright.
Oh man,
Is this true?
This is true.
I've never experienced this in Malaysia, ever.
I mean, it's not everyone does it. You know, there is always that one person that you can find every now and then doing this. Obviously, it's very rude and it's like not appropriate to do it, but it happens. It happens. The invisible man. And it's so true that they will actually pretend like they don't exist.
What?
Yeah.
So like they'll get called out on cutting and then they'll just not respond?
They're exaggerating here with the calling out and stuff, but like they'll pretend like they don't hear anybody or, you know, no one's saying anything. They'll just go there. I've experienced it myself.
I have never. That's funny.
You know, they're making fun of this situation.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always happen, but yes, there is that handful of people who does this.
I don't think this really happens in America. Maybe occasionally, but people are pretty rule governed here where they stay in lines.
Here everyone follows by the books, by the rules.
That's so funny though.
Not this time.
meeting again? Okay, you're meeting my cousin from Oklahoma. Now, he's small, but he's got a big appetite, okay?
But can he eat spicy food or not?
Oh, there he is right now. Hi, Grayson.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. It's my cousin, Grayson,
Oh,
Arnold,
yeah.
and Jin.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Alright, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Cool. Sweet.
Shall we eat then?
Yes.
Let's order.
Boss. Alright, don't worry, Grayson. We'll order the best there is in Malaysia for you, okay?
No. I got this.
Order, boss?
Boss, nasi lemak satu, satay, kung fu chow, kangkung belacan, chow kway teow, and some fries, and for drinks, Milo Bing.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Alright. Isn't Malaysian food great?
100% true. We have literally the best food in the world.
It is really good. I love Malaysian food so much. And I actually thought this was going to go in a different direction. I thought that they were going to show this person trying to eat spicy food.
Oh, okay.
That's where I thought this was going, but I love that it went, he just like ordered all like the best dishes, like nasi lemak satu and chocolate tiao and asked for Milo. Like that's 100% what I'd order.
The only negative thing with Malaysia having like the best food and someone like me growing up in Malaysia is that no other food can live up to the level of Malaysia. I can't. I always have to compare any food I eat to the level, the perfectionism, and the amazing food in Malaysia is. Like, I'm ruined for life. I can't have bad food anymore because I know in Malaysia there's always going to be something better for cheaper.
This is why I don't like to cook very often because that's his mentality with everything.
She's a good cook though.
Yes.
How much is this camera?
This camera. Wait,
You serious? You think I don't know camera price? Is this your best price? Best price? You got free gift?
What did she say?
Do you have free gift?
Okay, that was something so foreign to me too. We would go and shop in all these places at the mall, and they'd give us an umbrella, they'd give us a free tote bag, they'd give us all these random things. Umbrella was the most common one.
I know, and she'd be like, why are we getting all this free gifts just for shopping? I'm like, that's the culture. Everywhere you go, whatever you buy, if you spend like to a certain threshold or whatever, they just shower you with free gifts. I love it.
My favorite actually, last time we went to Malaysia, we got these Tupperware set from there, and we still use that here all the time. They're really nice.
Yeah, but the negative thing about this is, now when we go to shopping places, like this girl, it happens, hey, what's the free gift can you add with this thing I'm buying, We always try to bargain, we always try to ask for a free gift. And I really like that this example with the calculator, that happens. This person will be like, oh, so how much is that? And they'll be like, here you go.
That has happened so many times. I have never had that happen to me here in America.
Yep, Americans, they'll be like, this is the price, it's labeled,
It'll have a price tag on it, and you know that's the price.
Yep, not in Malaysia. There's always room to wiggle.
Got free gift.
Got free gift Free gift
Why lah?
If I buy this one, I get this one.
You don't want to give me a free gift?
Hey, come on, this price great, free gift, man. This price expensive.
You're so handsome.
Wiper for camera lens.
Stapler.
Got free umbrella.
The box,
Screen protector.
battery. Does it come battery?
Camera bag.
Light bulb.
Come on. Free gift. There must be free gift.
Handbag.
This not fair. It's not fair, man.
Free voucher.
The calendar there.
Camera casing.
How about that cat that goes meow? Huh? That's a nice free gift.
Fine, I don't want to buy. Sneaker calculator.
Oi! Oi!
Guys, did I miss anything? Hey,
Come on, man.
Hey, stop walking, sit down.
Wait, typical menu fan, leave it alone.
And 12 coaches in 12 months, don't talk.
At least we don't pay the referee for penalties.
Hey, let's just watch the game. 3 players, they will abuse. Test not an answer.
This is so true, and this is something that I really miss about the culture in Malaysia. Everyone watches football. In America we call this soccer here, but everyone watches football and everyone has some sort of team affiliation and they're a fan of a football club, and there's always banter. There's always banter between the clubs, you know, who's winning, who's losing. That whole culture of football craze is something that I really miss, and we don't have it here.
We've found other Malaysians here. Like, we have Man United fans here, we have other Liverpool fans here, and I feel like that's the only people you like trash talk
Yeah, and it's
with.
just a handful. It's just like
It's so
4
few.
or 5 people. That's about it.
But I mean, here in America, everyone has their favorite baseball team, favorite American football team, and they'll trash talk with that.
Yeah, so they're crazy here about like, what, baseball, basketball,
Basketball, American football.
American football.
Those are the main ones.
Yeah, those are the main ones, that's it.
They don't care much about
Yeah,
football
they-
or soccer.
Yeah, they don't really care. But the passionateness, I don't even know if that's a word.
Is that a word?
Passionateness of Malaysians towards football is like on a whole other level.
We actually got to go to Liverpool to watch a game there, and there was a group of
Yep.
guys from Malaysia that came there.
Yep, guys, this is in Liverpool in England. We went there, watched a game, and there was this huge fan base from Malaysia, like holding the flag up, ready to get autographs, like, whoa, you know, it's so
It
cool.
was really cool, but the amount of passion, the amount of Americans there was like me and a dozen other people.
Yep.
What does Harimau Malaya mean?
Yeah, Harimau Malaya. So it's the Malaysian Tigers. So it's basically our national football team.
Oh, I get it now. So they're all like, you've got Man U fans, you have a Liverpool fan, you had, I forgot what the other team was, and they're all watching the Harimau?
Yeah, Harimau
Malaya.
So our national team is known as the Malaysian Tigers, and that's something everyone rallies up together and they support the Malaysian team.
I love that. That's so sweet.
I like Malaysia in the summer.
That was so good.
That's pretty amazing.
I love that I understood almost all the jokes. You had to explain a few, like the cutting
Yeah.
line one, but it just really reminds me of every time we go back. Almost little culture shocks for me as an American that I get going there that I'm not used to here.
You know, I watched this video several years ago, and then now watching it again, I'm like, oh, just being reminded of like that Malaysian culture. That I really miss that culture, and I do try to share a little bit of it here too with my American friends and family, especially Rachel. So she gets a little life into that.
And I've been to Malaysia so many times that I experience it there as well. And I'm
Yeah.
always asking lots of questions of why do you do this? What does this mean? How do you say that? And thankfully, Logesh and his friends are really kind and patient with me. So I've got a lot to learn.
I mean, one thing we should know is that all this is definitely exaggerated to a certain extent. You know, they're
I
making
get it.
fun of the situation. It's not 100% literal. Parts of it is very true. But this is not just it, right? There's so many other things, little things, and I'm sure that you've already seen so many other things. We should do a video about that.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun, yeah. Let us know down in the comment below if you think that we should share about Malaysian culture with you guys. At least from our experience and our point of view.
I was surprised they didn't have one about like having to go bargain. I did a little bit with a free gift, but
Yeah.
like bargaining, like we'd go to Petaling Street and I was the absolute worst at trying to bargain. He would tell me something is worth 15 ringgit. I'd leave there paying maybe 14 ringgit and he'd leave there paying 5 ringgit.
Yeah, and just because she's a foreigner, I'll tell her, hey, walk far away from me. Because if she walks close by with me, they're not gonna give me a discount. Like, there's no chance. I'm like, go far away, I'll speak to the guy in Malay, I got this, and I'll get the best price.
One time I was there with my sister and her friend with Logesh, and all 4 of us were trying to buy an item. And Logesh is bargaining back and forth, and I'm getting so uncomfortable. They're really getting into it. And Logesh starts saying, if I pay your price for this, I'm not gonna have money to feed my guests. I brought 3 customers to your shop, and I'm not gonna be able to feed them after this. And we're feeling so uncomfortable as Americans. We're like, no, we're fine, you can pay this. But for him, it was a fun game. And I think you got the price you wanted.
Yeah, I had to pull out my A game there because they already saw me that I came with a bunch of foreigners. It was really hard, so I definitely had to pull out the A game and try my best. I mean, it's also that bargaining is not just about getting the cheap price, it's also the culture of going back and forth on a price and eventually coming to an agreement on something. It's
a game.
It's a game, there's some thrill to it, right? And we enjoy it for some reason.
That's one thing I enjoy about America is I like knowing the price I'm gonna pay and I don't have to fight for that price.
Yep, you cannot bargain anything here. Nothing.
Thank you so much, sweetie, for sharing the video with me. It was really fun. I liked it a lot.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It brings me even so much more joy to share this video with you. But anyway guys, if there are other things that happens only in Malaysia that you know about that wasn't part of the video, please leave it down in the comment below so that Rachel can check it out and she can learn a little bit more about Malaysia.
And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. It doesn't take very much for you to subscribe, but it means a lot to us and helps us put out more videos for you to enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.